Hello and namaste everyone. Welcome back to our video on Cisco SD-WAN vEdge onboarding process and troubleshooting. Onboarding your controller is a crucial step in setting up your SD-WAN network. If you have gone through this process before, please let us know in the comment if you were able to successfully onboard your controller simply by mentioning yes or no. Your feedback will help us better understand the common challenges that you may face and provide the targeted solutions. For those of you who responded with the no, don't worry. Our previous video on controller onboarding part 1 and part 2 provide step-by-step guidance that you can refer to. I will also share the link in the description below so you can check out there. So in today's video, we will deep dive into the onboarding process of Cisco SD-WAN vEdge and provide the troubleshooting techniques to overcome any issue you may face. We will also cover topics such as verifying the network connectivity, troubleshooting the control connection issues. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends who may find it helpful. So let's get started. Now, once your controllers are set up, what you can do is that you can go ahead on a vEdge, and on the vEdge you will put the certificate file, root certificate file into the DC vEdge or branch vEdge, whichever you are onboarding, and that's where you should see the this file here, ls-l ca-cert.pm. And how you can do it? Same way, just accessing this vEdge via FileZilla or WinSCP and move the file into the directory simply. Okay. Clear until here?
Yeah, that means that root CA we need to upload on this one, right?
Yeah, so you need to just move the root CA file, which is a ca-cert.pm in the each vEdge. Okay.
And what is this vShell?
I'm sorry, come again.
vShell, you type for vShell. What is vShell?
So vShell is the another Linux mode of the device. That's where you can see the logs file. You can see the whichever file you put it here. So it's the same same thing, like you have the flash there or the directory there into the normal iOS. Here this is based on the Linux operating system. So you go in the vShell and can do the copy the file whichever you want. Okay.
Okay, clear.
All right. Now what I'll do is that I'll install this root certificate in this one. So what is the command to install it? Request root cert and install. And now the path for this is a home, admin, and then the file name ca-cert.pm. Okay, I'll click this and we'll see that root cert chain has been installed. Now to verify that, I can do so certificate root cert chain include lab, and I should have my lab network organization name certificate here. And further, I have already configured the system configuration. So you can see I have configured DC vEdge 1098.21.4 system IP address, 100 site ID, organization, vBond name, and then I have also have the DNS, the DHCP based IP address, like I was explaining yesterday, 1.1.14. Now my next task is request vEdge cloud activate chassis number. Now to get the chassis number and token number, either I can copy from GUI of the vManage or I can copy it from the vBond. So for my simplicity, I'll go on a vBond and we'll click on exit since I'm on a vShell. Now I can do show orchestrator valid vEdges tab. Okay, and I have since already used this one. Next, I can use this one. So I'll copy this, go on the DC1 vEdge, put the chassis number. Next, I'll tap the token and put the token number here corresponding to that. Okay, and here I put the token number. Now I should see control connection initiated, control local properties. You can see my organization name are already defined there. Certificate is not installed. It says not installed. It should be installed in a moment. It says the chassis number which I applied, token number which I applied, serial number is nothing yet because it says that certificate is not installed, right? So what I'll do, I'll wait for a few minutes, maybe a minute or so, and you see that now certificate status is installed. The certificate is valid from this to this, and the serial number is being issued to this, right? So 14673FC7D is being issued. I can do the show control connection also. You can see that control connection has been come up. Maybe it took few seconds to get it done and sync up. Now you can see that 6 second back or 16-second back now. From now, it got the control connection to the vBond and vSmart. So if you see, BR1 and DC1 VSs are on on the GUI we manage. Also, if you go on the man dashboard and you see the vSmart is 1, now you have VSs 2. So if you click on the VSs 2, these are the VSs you have, and you can see the site ID for the one VS is 1000. I have to change the site ID. This is the wrong one. It should be a 10. I'll fix that. And then the BFT, OMP, control connection, and all those information, right? You can go to the specific device information, like a specific device dashboard, and can see that what is happening on that device, right? So going back to the dashboard, I'll quickly go ahead and fix the site ID on the branch one VSG. So run system VPN 0, sorry, system site ID 10 commit. And since I changed the site ID on the CLI, you should see the site ID should be updated on this one in a moment. I'll quickly uncheck some part of it. So this site ID should be updated sooner. And I think it should be. You can see the site ID is 10 here. You can pull out the device status, device configuration directly from here. Right? That's how we can basically see the devices onboarded. We can onboard more devices as up to we go. Now what we can do further is we can configure the MPLS router to make sure that MPLS is also able to connect to the any device which is on the MPLS circuit can also build the control connection, right? So I can start this. So on the MPLS router, I don't want to get into the configuration dialog. If you see here, I have one link going to the DC1 VHP, another link going to the BR1 VHP, DC2 VHA, BR2 VHA. Okay. And I have one interface which is going to the virtual internet, which I have created as in a 1.1.1. So if you see here, so brief. You can see that my first IP, I mean second IP address of each subnet is configured here. Actually, yeah. So you see 2.10.6.48 and 1.1.251. That's where I'm netting everything. Okay. In addition to that, I should have some BGP configuration. So run section router BGP. It's not missing. And my BGP says that I do have a never 1, 5, 9, 13 on top of that, and then further I'm netting a traffic. We have manually onboarded the VSs on the SD-WAN, on the vManage and vWAN. Now, you know, of course, there should be some troubleshooting command which we should be able to refer if the control connection is not coming up, right? So the control connections are, like I mentioned always, is that are being built between the vEdge to all the controllers plus between the controller. So these are the few commands which you can use to add in, to do the troubleshooting if the control connections are not coming up. So so control connection is just to verify that the control connection. So control local properties will tell you that the, in the certificate is installed or not installed, and the, serial number and all those stuff related to that. Then we have so control connection history. This command is very useful to troubleshoot that what is causing the issue, right? So when I say that very useful to identify the root cause of the problem, so I was keep using since yesterday this command lot, that which error message is coming, because it indicate the error message, and based on that error message you can think of that what could be the error, right? So another one is the show control connection info, which will tell that how the control connection are being built, the IP addressing and all those stuff. The control connection statistics tell that, how many hello packets are sent, challenge packets and all those stuff. Control summary, that will tell you the number of the control connections we have. Valid vSmart, who is your valid smart vSmart, who is your valid vManage, the chassis number and all those stuff of those guys. Next, what we have about the history error. So like I was mentioning, this command tell you the what could be the reason. So here I have some error code which I'm talking about. There are others which you can search on the internet, but I'm trying to connect you few common errors. So listed below are the sum of this reason that when edge device failed to establish the control connection with the SD-WAN controller. So read out this CRTVERFL. Now, if you don't read out entire definition, what you will understand by that? CRT, certificate, VE, VER, verification fail, means that the certificate which you are using versus the controller is using are the different. That's where your certificate verification failed. So it says the error state indicate the WAN edge device authentication is failing because of the root certificate mismatch between the WAN edge device and the SD-WAN controllers, right? So if you are getting this error, immediately start looking on the root certificate area of that, right? Use the source certificate root CA cert on the WAN vEdge devices, or so SD-WAN certificate root cert. So when you are doing the any command on the XC devices, you have to add this keyword every time for any of the command which you are running on a vEdge. This is the addition keyword which will come after the so SD-WAN, right? So SD-WAN certificate root CA cert on the iOS XC devices to confirm the same certificate are installed on the WAN edge devices and the SD-WAN controller. Any question on this one? Okay. Next one, what we have is the certificate CTORG NMMIS. So if you will understand CT, certificate, ORG, organization, NM, name, MIS, mismatch. So certificate, organization, name, mismatch. So the error state indicate that the WAN edge device authentication is failing because of the mismatch organization name, right? Compared with the organization name configured on the SD-WAN controller, use the so SD-WAN control local properties on vEdge devices, or the so SD-WAN controller local properties on XC devices. So the difference is only this keyword addition, right? To verify that your organization name is correct or not, right? And of course, you can always refer back to the running configuration. So the are configured with the same organization name across the SD-WAN environment. So all of your devices should have the same organization name, right? Next, what we have, no JTP EN. If you understand by this, is that first is no JTP entry. So it says the error state indicate the onboarding vEdge device is not a part of the authorized whitelist device on the JTP server. Use the show JTP entry on the on-prem JTP server to verify the device is whitelisted. So if you have on-prem JTP and you get this error, you are clearly indicate that the your JTP server is not having that device chassis number and all those stuff. So that's the reason your JTP is not working, right? Another one is the no VM CFG, which mean to say no virtual VM means that the device and the CFG. Sorry, VM means the vManage and CFG is the configuration. So it says the configuration of the device which you want to onboard by the JTP. So if JTP process is clear, and then next step is that within the JTP is that it should be pulling out the configuration from the vManage. So if you see this error, that mean to say that your device, your vManage doesn't have the configuration ready for this device which you want JTP to work, right? So it says the error status indicate the vManage device has not been attached with the device template in the vManage. I'll let you know what is the device template, but just for understand that the configuration is not attached to the device. This status is seen when the onboarding device use the automatic deployment option, which is the PNP or JTP process, right? BBTMO, BMTMO, and all these stuff error indicate that you have lost the reachability to the controller. And for all of these codes, you can go back on the VS, and when you do the control connection history, you can read out about the error message. It does have the little bit of description about it, right? Thank you for watching our video on a Cisco SD-WAN vEdge onboarding process and troubleshooting. We hope you found it informative and helpful in setting up and troubleshooting your SD-WAN network. We put a lot of effort into creating content like this. So if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to our channel for more valuable tech related content. If you have any question or suggestion for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. We appreciate your feedback and look forward to hearing from you. Thank you again for watching, and we will see you.